All right, everybody. Hey, everybody. Again, it's been a while. I got a lot of stuff. I've been messing with a lot of stuff. We had a 4-day last weekend, and yeah, been bored. So I am back and gonna show you a cool thing called K8s Studio. And as you see, there's two clusters. So what it is a Kubernetes IDE. It runs on your laptop. And actually, let me see. Here's a cool. It's a little GitHub repo where you can see some of its cool stuff. And it has a. I got rid of its little download link. You can go to its. I think it's k8studio.io and pull any of its stuff. I've actually got to turn my Telescale exit node, even for my house. Kind of sits on a private thing. I spun all my clusters back up. So if you hear my loud old servers, that's what that is. Should start spinning back up. Oh, actually, looks like everything is coming up. Loading pods. So cool. All right, cool. So I haven't messed with this much. It looks really cool from what I have seen. So you are able to go inside of this and do a lot of things. And it runs on your laptop. So all the heavy lifting is on your laptop, not on your cluster. You just load up your kube config. So you can actually do all the work like you would instead of having Rancher running on your system. All the work is on your laptop. And I didn't have to pay for it. So unlike K8s Lens, they do have a paid version that you can use. But I kind of like this better than K8s Lens, not going to lie. I'm able to actually go in, look at all my stuff. I can see my PVCs, look at all my drives that I have for even my PVCs for my VMs inside of there. Speed tests, all my little cool things like that. I've got all my MinIO directories. What's all this? Oh, that's all the things that MinIO created. Here's all my Cilium pods, all my KubeVip things. Gives me cool little logos. Look, I can even go inside of here, click on them. I can edit my freaking my YAMLs and everything. What else? What is all that? Cool. You can go in here and get information from your actual nodes. So here's all my nodes. I can get all my labels. That's all my actual node information. That's literally my YAMLs for my nodes. Oh, wow. It's actually pretty cool. Get some of resource utilization. Pot. Oh, that's the actual Mac VTAP CNI. It's the actual pods that are running on the host. Oh, look. Oh, it's actually pulling the CNI information too. Pretty legit. Huh. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and then this is the Raspberry Pi cluster that I have sitting over there. It's just a 2-node Raspberry Pi cluster. Pretty cool. Cilium deployment. It's got Cilium running on it. So DNS Longhorn. Ooh. Storage class. Existing. We have a Longhorn stuff. Pretty legit. Oh yeah, this is what I didn't look at earlier. Oh, what? That is really cool. Grid view. Let's look at that one. What we got with the grid view. We got more stuff to look at. Ooh. Oh, that's the end of it. Oh, okay. That's where that comes into play. Nice. So the grid view, when you actually look at that, these little segments. Oh, okay. Nice. Okay. Now this makes sense. And now you go in there and edit all that. Very nice. Okay. And now I can go in here and edit all my stuff. Okay. That actually is pretty sweet. All right. I might mess with that. Anyways, just thought I'd show K8s Studio. Heard about it in a podcast. Seems pretty neat. They have a free service. I love free 99. All right. that's one new thing. What was the other thing? I restarted this like twice because I messed up. The other thing was my diagram. So was gonna show how I am actually before I go do some stuff next week. So kind of had to set up my house. This is how I kind of got it going. So I got my Spectrum internets coming into my home router. I got it going to a little private GeoNet router. And now I have I did a little Cisco 8K router that's kind of doing a really dumb natting for some little two subnets doing a secondary IP. It's an actual VM just running, doing some stuff for actually the cluster, but actually my two clusters. I thought it was pretty cool. Got that set up. So just running Proxmox, got, one server, one agent, and a little 8K running. Just some little dumb stuff. Literally did the zero amount of work, just did some natting. So set up my bridges. So this bridge literally goes out to my GeoNet router. This one is inside for my LAN connection. So it's what literally all of my hosts hook up to. So this host and this host for all the storage inside of here. And then this is my actual WAN connection out. Yep, DHCP. So, yep. External connection out to the WAN, and then internal connection. Boop. Boop. Yeah. So, yep. Literally as simple as possible. Yeah, and all it does is just hook up over to my Pi stuff and over to my little server stack for the larger Kubernetes cluster, which has KubeVirt and everything running for my VM testing. This is the Raspberry Pi stack. So I've got Cilium. So Cilium's a eBPF based CNI plugin. So it allows me to do my cluster-based networking. So it's really cool. Actually, I want to learn a lot more of it. That's why I actually installed it on my Pi cluster. So I wanted to carry it around. I want to actually do inter-cluster connectivity. So do a cluster mesh. That's why I kind of wanted to mess with these two, doing two separate IPs or two separate subnets and try to start getting routing going between the two. It's supposed to be pretty easy with the two, and hopefully it'll be pretty good. So really excited about that. So shared that. And share. This is the cool little Longhorn dashboard that's running on there too on the Raspberry Pi cluster. Got 2 terabytes of storage running on it. Excited for that. That's going to be cool. What else was there that I wanted to share? There was a couple of cool little things that I did on there. Was the Pi camera. I'll wait until I actually get that one mounted up before I share all that. And I'll put the code up for the Pi cluster. Wasn't too crazy. I had a couple of other nodes in it. Wound up not being able to update the kernel because you got to have a current kernel to be able to host Cilium on it, especially to be able to run it to replace kubeproxy. Along with being able, it was an old Jetson Nano that I had. You can't do some. Oh, I know what the other thing was. Wanted to share some pretty cool stuff I learned about. Where is Docker Desktop? Did I close it down the other day? I think I did. Docker Desktop. I apparently. Oop. 8,000. So there is a pretty cool thing that I found out about. So a friend of mine, DJ, showed me some cool stuff on. He sent me some videos, and we found out about some pretty cool stuff. So for all the networking folks and friends, there's a cool. Oh, I've got my exit note on. Cool tool called Nautobot for IPAM. We found some. It's called Nautobot, and they have a cool thing called Nautobot Lab, and I'm pretty sure it's just HTTP. Uh, 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 where is? Should just be my local host. Yes, it is just my local host. And crap. That is. Did not remember what I made it. Okay, that is what I made it. Yeah, and it has some pretty cool stuff when you go to launch the container. You can just load up when you follow their steps. You can just load up some dummy data already inside of it. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, I thought that was something I wanted to share, and it was pretty interesting. Where did I already clear out the page? I think I did already clear out the page. Nautobot lab. There's a whole GitHub page on it. You can load up all their stuff. There's a whole Docker run command that'll stand it all up. You can build it if you have a Mac. You might want to build it up. It does not have a actual ARM base container image, but you can build it on the Mac and it will run. Yeah, you can put all your blanket data inside of there. Go through, build some labs. It's actually really cool. Really fun to mess around with. It has some of the pre-built stuff inside of it too, to allow you to look at some of their more current stuff and all too, with any plugins and any of the job stuff and all. I think that's actually it. Ooh, oh yeah, that's right. They got secrets and all that too. Ooh. Oops. There we go. I'm gonna actually stop that. I feel like that was more. Actually, I did a lot this past weekend. Oh, web text generation. That was another cool thing that I wound up doing. I mean, actually, I could just open up the 35,000 tabs that I actually opened up this past week. That would probably be. There was one. That was for Jetson Orange. Apparently, not the model that I had. Did find that out. This was showing the router. That was all good. Get T. That was for the camera. I'll show you guys that later when I actually get a little bit further with it. There is a Docker tool. So if you guys want to do some AI stuff, there's a Docker Compose file. There's a couple of sites that have an actual Docker desktop command where you can run the text generation web UI Docker container. If you guys don't know what that is, you can load up models into an actual chat UI sort of piece right there, just like that. So you load up the model, whatever model you pull from Hugging Face. So here's whatever you want to pull, and you are able to actually take it into an air-gapped environment, or if you want to use LoRa or anything like that to do any of the image models or anything like that. The page is reloaded. Cilium. I've been doing a lot of stuff with Cilium. Most of that's yeah, I think that was actually it. I felt like there was more, but there apparently is not. Yeah, I just wanted to share the networking stuff. Thought that was really cool. Uh, oh, oh, I know what the other thing was. Nope, I unhooked it. Yeah, I was gonna share K8s stuff again, but yeah, that I hooked it. It did not work. I instead wound up running the CSR on Proxmox instead. There also is no telling. There's nothing stopping you on what you can run a KVM on. You can actually run it on a Pi. I did it earlier today. Just found out it was dumb. There was no point in it, so I took it off and just threw it on there. It was just taking up space on my countertop over here. Yeah. That actually was it, apparently. I thought there was more because I'd spent like hours doing stuff, but I think I spent hours building stuff, tearing it down, rebuilding it, and then changing it, and then tearing it down, and then rebuilding it and changing it. I would say, all in all, I was glad to find this K8s Studio. It is free currently. I can't tell when they'll wind up putting money on it because it does come in handy for something like the Pi cluster, which I don't want to put a IDE front end on, like Rancher or something like that. I would like to keep something more lightweight, and I think it is beneficial. Yeah. Thanks everyone for listening, and let me just share a bunch of cool stuff. And appreciate it. Later. Pew.